Aaron Rodgers has the claim to that the last 2 years.
Right.
And he pulled one out yesterday, although his comments after the game, he was not very happy about the way this game played out.
Yeah, how could he be?
Packers beat the Patriots by 3, went to overtime, deep into overtime, which was not cool. It went into our show, right? The end of their game went into Football Night in America.
Seriously.
So I hope most people turned off the game and caught Football Night starting at 7 Eastern, right? Which I think most people probably do, right? You don't need to see Aaron Rodgers come back again.
Against the third-string Patriots quarterback. Jeez.
Been there.
Boring.
Been there, done that. Okay, so here let's get where do I want to start here? First of all, I give you way more respect now, and not that I didn't before, but for being able to track this game while we're doing the show and preparing. I was like, I knew nothing of what was happening in this game. This game was happening while we were doing the show, while we were rehearsing. Chris kept his eye on it. From what you saw, should Aaron Rodgers be disappointed with how this game played out?
Yeah. You know, I saw the comments, like what he talked about a little bit. This is not sustainable. This is what I've been trying to say a little bit. Like, and you heard me say this.
What's not sustainable?
The way they're playing to win. Like, they're not going to win a Super Bowl this way. It's not going to happen. It's not. It's too hard. There's lack of big plays on the offensive side of the ball. You know, it's too reliant on the defense, which again I know is good. I'm not ready to write home and say it's like the best defense in football yet. But, yeah, I don't know if this is going to get it done against the cream of the crop in football. You know, that's where I worry about it. And we'll see where it goes. But either way, they got the victory. You know, New England's not a bad team by any stretch of the imagination. Their defense is good. And, you know, I think where they hurt is they're just trying to figure out their plays and their player that they're going to start to formulate around, right? Like at some point, like we talk about, you got to have something that, all right, this is our go-to stuff. This is what we do. And this makes defenses change what they do. See, they've been so Davante Adams, you know, reliant in that aspect to go, wait, we got him singled out. So now you have to double him. And now we have this play over here, right? And no, now you're outnumbered on this side. Oh, wait, we have this cool play over here and you're stopping it. But now Davante Adams is single over here, and you're screwed. So what are you going to do, right? And then you add Davante Adams into the, whoa, he is over here right now, a part of the concept, and there's a whole list of plays that they go to here. So they don't have anything in their offense right now that I think is making a defense go, oh, no, we have to do this. We have to stop this. We have to change this on third down. We usually play these coverages, but we can't do that against this group because of what they're doing. And they don't have that yet. Yeah. I think they'll get there. I really do.
Yeah, what do you think about those receivers? I mean, Lazard led the team in yards, 116, and they had a pretty good connection previously, and Aaron Rodgers has said before this is his time to be the number one. Maybe he'll develop into that guy. And it seems like Romeo Doubs is coming on strong here, too. He had a touchdown in the game.
Doubs has got real talent. All right, Lazard, to me, I've always been a fan of Lazard. He's not a number one. He's a really awesome number two. You know, my hope, and you know, as I always like Aaron Rodgers and rooting for him, is that they can get Doubs and Watson and Lazard on the field to where he can feel comfortable, and then I could go, you better watch out for that crew right there, where now he can call his plays and check and not feel uncomfortable about like, oh, I don't know if Christian Watson knows exactly how to do this or whatever else, because that to me has real talent to stress out a defense. And he's obviously getting more comfortable with Doubs. You can see that clearly. You know, and almost had the big connection at the end of the football game to really put the game away, right, with the touchdown that got overruled or ultimately got called incomplete, and then LaFleur stupidly challenged. But I think that's where they're kind of at, and there's potential is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I didn't know if he would even trust Doubs in that crew this early in the season. Last week it showed he trusts him in Tampa Bay. There's more of trustry this week. If Watson could stay healthy, that's where I go, oh, watch out. They could be a handful if those guys get going here.
Yeah. Already trying to use him as a weapon. He had that end around
reverses,
15
and they're trying to hide him right now a little bit that way. Right.
At C. Simms Quarterback 2, your burner account says, despite the win, the Packers offense still clearly struggling. Their play calling seems inept. Very few easy passes or open receivers now. Is the departure of Nathaniel Hackett more to blame for the offensive woes than the loss of Adams and Scantling?
I think, listen, it doesn't help. Nathaniel's, smart, and I think, again, when you add another guy into the think tank, right, Rodgers, LaFleur is Nathaniel Hackett. They also lose Gadecki, the offensive coordinator for the Bears, right? There's another guy that's now, Getsy, excuse me.
Getsy.
Who the hell is Gadecki? I'm just getting it mixed up with somebody.
Yeah.
But Getsy, so you've lost Hackett, Getsy, Davante Adams, Scott, that's a pretty good crew to go, wait, we're different here on this side of the ball. And to add to that, as C. Simms QB2, right, is what I would say is this a little bit. Their offense has never been that imaginative. It's just they couple plays together the right way. They got the basics, and then they just rely on him to get in the right play against the right defense all the time. Him as in Rodgers, right? And that's where I've never turned on Packers film, and I think you guys can attest to this, and just gone, oh my gosh, some of the plays they ran, they were the coolest things I ever saw, and oh my gosh. No, they're kind of boring and by the book, but they just do it the right way, and he never lets you relent and you got away with that one. I shouldn't have called that play. They call good play, and then if you get in a different defense, he gets you in the right play. A little bit what Belichick was talking about after the game. It's hard. Belichick probably drives him crazy because his schematics don't overcome Aaron Rodgers all the time. Rodgers goes, oh wait, it's Bill. He's playing this, but I got to check for that. Now his defense is in trouble here.
Yeah,
and I think when you couple that, with a few ideas and then bringing these guys together, that's why the offense hasn't looked right. But I think there's some hopefulness here in the last 2 weeks for the way things have looked.
Luke Gadecki, right? Is that the name? The offensive lineman, rookie guard for the Bucs,
the Buccaneers.
Right?
That's
but
Gadecki.
It's not Gadecki, right? It's Gadecki.
Gadecki, you're
Remember?
right. You're right. Yes.
We're learning
Way
these
to go. You're
pronunciations.
so good at your pronunciations.
Remember, I said by the end of the year, I want us to know
all.
every offensive lineman, defensive lineman, everything, their pronunciation.
Got to give the Pats a little credit.
So what did you think of Bailey Zappe coming in? Brian Hoyer had to leave with a head injury, unfortunately. Right. Bailey Zappe, the first rookie to throw a touchdown pass this season.
It's funny, actually.
He looked like Mac Jones light.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he is. That's what they like. Or he's, Brian Hoyer like. Or I mean, it's smart. He knows where to put the football. He had the bad strip sack fumble, right, kind of early on when he first got in. I want to say that was maybe Rashawn Gary that stripped him. Or I think it was. I can't remember exactly. It was Rashawn Gary.
Yeah.
But he looked good. But as you're doing a segment, I'm watching some of these drives here at the end. It was run, 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 play action pass to somebody wide open, run, run, run. Play action pass to somebody wide open, and he did a good job getting the ball to the guy he was supposed to.
Yeah.
It was a very tough situation, certainly. And, one that, I would have liked to have seen that game with Brian Hoyer because I think that game probably would have been a little bit even more interesting than it was.
Yeah, 18 carries for Harris, 14 carries for Stevenson. We'll probably see that many times this year.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.